Hey everybody, Coach Wayne here. Today I want to talk about 5 challenges that you're going to run into when you step up and become a leader. So as you go through leadership, there are lots of rewards, but there are also some challenges that you have to go through. Doesn't mean that you can't deal with them, but it does mean you need to be aware. You need to be able to come in and understand what they are, and you're going to have to figure out how to deal with those. So let's start with the lowest at number 5. So number 5 is you have to deal with conflict. There's always going to be a time at some point during the season, multiple points during the season, maybe even sometimes multiple points during the day, where there's going to be conflict. It may not be conflict with you. It could be conflict between a player and somebody else in the school, 2 players, 2 athletes. It could be between one of the athletes and you. And you're going to have to work on dealing with that conflict, resolving it, stepping up and being the leader and helping work through the problems. It's easier if you can go in and actually have a one-on-one conversation with the person and help them work through the conflict, understand. Because you never know who said what on the back end that then led to this person being upset. They could be upset with their friend, they could be upset with you. Regardless, if you approach it with humility and you come in and work with them and say, hey, I understand that you're upset with Johnny or with Sue, or you're upset with me. Can you tell me why? Can we work through this? The next, number 4, is your teammates might be jealous that you're in a leadership position. There are going to be many times that you have a team and you only have so many team leaders chosen by the coaches. You can only have so many team leaders that are chosen across the board to work in. And other times, you might be the person who's regularly stepping up to get things done. And it's recognized not only by the coaches, but it's also recognized by your teammates. And there's going to be a person who wishes that they were you. They wishes that everybody looks to them to get the answers. And so you're going to have to figure out how to be humble and how to work with that person and help them understand that, yes, you're in a leadership position, whether you were appointed or naturally you have become that leader, and how you're there to help serve them, help them be better players, help influence them. You're not there to cause problems for them. And even better, if you can turn around and say, listen, let me help you become a great leader. Let me tell you what I do, how I do it. Because now if you raise them up to the level of being a leader, how much better is your team going to be? Number 3, you won't always be liked. It is unfortunate, as much as we try to get people to like us, there are quite often times when someone just doesn't like us for whatever reason. Personalities, something we've done in the past, said in the past. Maybe it's because they are jealous, and you're going to have to work through that. You're going to have to understand that there are going to be people that don't like you. That's okay. You still treat them well. You treat them in respect. You treat them as good or better than all the other team members. And eventually they may come to your side. But regardless, as a leader, you have to be above the fray. You have to come back in. You have to step up and be classy. You have to be the person who is willing to understand that Sue doesn't like me, but that's okay. I'm still going to treat her really well. Number 2, trust and respect are fragile, extremely fragile. So as you go through and you work to be a leader, you over time with your peers, with your friends, with your coaches, parents, are going to slowly gain trust. It's like walking up a set of stairs. You get a little bit higher with every step that you take. And as a result of gaining that trust, earning their respect, it really gives you a lot more influence as a leader. Yet, all it can take is one time for you to do something that breaks all of that trust, all that respect, and it's like you slid down a slide all the way to the bottom, and you've got to work your way all the way back up. You can look online and you can look at leaders that are falling. You can look in the news today and you can see quarterbacks You can see basketball players. You can see volleyball players. You can see baseball players, hockey players that have been in leadership positions, said or done something wrong. And then now everybody looks at them and says, I don't know. Why would they do that? It is a difficult process, but to not lose that trust and respect that you've garnered over time, you have to be above the fray again, doing the right thing. And I used to tell my daughter all the time, doing the right thing is always the right thing. People may not always like you for it, but it's always the right thing. And the number one challenge is going to be, you are constantly going to be watched. You're going to be watched by the other athletes, by your peers, your friends that don't even play on your team, the parents, the fans in the stands. You're going to be watched by the coaches. It's going to be across the board. And it's not just while you're on the field playing or on the court as you're practicing basketball or shooting that hoop during the game. It's not just going to be when you're on the ice rink playing that hockey match. They watch you as an athlete. They watch you at school. They watch you online and social media. They watch you with your friends. And they watch to hear what, if you have a brother's, sister's, parents, somebody else says about you. So you, unfortunately, again, are always being watched and evaluated. Do the right thing always, because doing the right thing is always the right thing. So I hope this helps. It is not for you to back away and realize and think that, oh no, I can't do this. This is too hard. I can't be watched constantly. It is to simply make you aware that it's there. And if you're doing the right things, you're going to be good. If you make a mistake, simply own up to it and say, that's on me. I will fix it. I make the mistake. When you step up, people are going to be more willing to turn around and accept that you're human and that you made a mistake. They may be upset for a while, but they will turn around and be worthwhile watching for you. As I've mentioned before, as you listen to the great quote from Maya Angelou, they may forget what you said. They may forget what you did. They won't forget how you made them feel. So when you make that mistake, you own up to it. You tell them that they're right and that you're wrong and that you're going to fix it. It makes them feel validated. It makes them feel like they're right. They feel better. And now they're willing to accept that you're not perfect and you're going to get it right over time. So I hope this helps you. If you have any other questions, ask those in the comments below. And hit the subscribe button, click like, click the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.